Hey guys, I am Scentsy Superstar Consultant, Amber Rose Markle. I have the Flamingo Scent Squad. So I promoted to director in 2019, fall of 2019, and I lost my title at the end of May. But anyway, I'm butthurt. I'm hurt. Am I mad at my team? Absolutely not. I'm not mad at my flock at all. Just upset with myself, but not mad at them. I love them to death. That's my flock. Anyway, so Vanessa asked me to come here and talk to you today. So a little bit about me, which if you watched the other video, I told some stuff. But so I met Vanessa, I think, in ACL, so Accelerated Leadership. If you see my dogs or hear them yap, I'm so sorry. Apologizing now. So anyway, we met there. We was in like, if you haven't done ACL, you get put with groups and you have to talk and stuff. Anyway, I just fell in love with Vanessa. I just loved her personality, her energy. I just loved her. So we hit it off and we've been friends ever since. And you know what? I am so thankful for Scentsy because if it wasn't for Scentsy, I would have never met Vanessa. She'd just be a face on Facebook. But anyway, so I joined Scentsy like 8 years ago, March of 2017. So in September, it'll be 8.5 years. Yes, I've been here a long time. I've never left and came back, never reinstated nothing. I'm on the long haul. I did not join Scentsy until I was 29 years old. So you do the math and that'll tell you how old I am now. So because I decided that, hey, I'm going to go to school and be a teacher. And I flunked out because I suck at math. Anyway, then I'm going to go to school and do hair. And halfway through that, I realized I'm allergic to everything. So shockingly, this is my natural hair. I've never colored it. So, because I'm allergic to all the chemicals. But anyway, then I went to school and became a dental assistant. And I absolutely love dental. I do. But with my husband's work schedule, it just didn't work. So I went back to becoming a stay-at-home mom. Then after that, about 6 months after that, I looked at him and said, I'm going to join Scentsy. And I found me a sponsor that I had never met, but was the only person that would answer any of my questions or explain anything to me. And she was so sweet. But she's no longer a Scentsy consultant, but I loved her to death. Anyway, so that's what started that journey. And my husband literally looked at me and said, well, I hope this works. And I mean, he's very supportive. He is. But he was like, after all that, he was like, I hope this works. And I hope you do really good with it. And I did. So here I am. Longest I've ever kept a job in my life. Always it's like 2 years and then I'm done. 2 years and then I'm done. But here we are, almost 8.5 years later. But anyway, a little bit more about me real quick before I dive into this training today on this topic. I'm married to my high school sweetheart. We started dating, let's see, it's 2025, so we started dating almost 24 years ago. Yes, I was 13. Yes, he was 14. Then we married in 2009, and we have 2 boys, a 13-year-old and a 7-year-old. Yes, big age gap. I'm an only child, so I do not know what it's like to have a sibling. And he has a sister that is 6.5 years older than him. Explains the age gap. So, anyway, enough about me. That's kind of about as basic as I can explain it. Side note, if I do happen to talk about my husband's work, I'm just going to go ahead and explain this now. My husband does work at Toyota. He does not work at the car dealership. There's nothing wrong with that. I do not mean that. But most people assume that I'm talking about the Toyota car dealership somewhere in some state. Okay, so I am from Kentucky. To break it down, he works at the Toyota plant in Georgetown, Kentucky. So if you own a Camry or a RAV4 or a Lexus ES at the moment, then he built it most likely. So they come from the Kentucky plant in Georgetown, Kentucky. Other makes and models come from other plants in the United States. So anyway, to break that down, we live in Irving, Kentucky. That is said just like, well, spelt just like Irvine, California. But Kentucky doesn't believe in saying all their letters and just running everything together. So it is Irvine, Kentucky. I have never lived anywhere else in the world. I'm born and raised here my entire life. My parents has always lived here. They've never lived anywhere else, so I live in a very small town in semi-eastern, the start of eastern Kentucky. If you're familiar with Kentucky, I live about 45 minutes to an hour. Checking to see if he was coming in, but he's not home yet. So an hour outside of Lexington, Kentucky, about 2 hours outside of Louisville, and it's Louisville, not Louisville. See, we like to run everything together. So anyway, enough about me. I just want to explain that bit. So if I do say something about Toyota, that is what I mean. So do not think I'm crazy. I just wanted to explain it because people think that, car dealership, if you don't live here, you don't know. So just a little explanation. So anyway, I'm here today to train to you about real estate. No, we're not becoming realtors, but we are going to help them in every possible way we can. I was not the original creator of this. I will not take absolute credit for this, but I will say that Heather, and I cannot ever say her last name right, but she's a superstar director in Texas. She won Shining Star one year. It was the COVID era. She won it because they delivered them at her door because we couldn't have SFR that year. But anyway, she's wonderful. I watched her training on it on the Thursday night shift and everything, and I learned so much with it, and I'm so thankful for it that I literally ran with it. So kudos to her for giving me all these awesome ideas, but there may have been somebody else that started it, but my original creator in my mind was Heather. Thank you for it. So anyway, I'm going to talk to you today about real estate. You can't really technically use the word realtors because that is actually trademarked, kind of like Scentsy. So I always say real estate with Scentsy because you can use the terminology real estate just as a side note. I will say realtors, but if you are explaining it to somebody, please remember that. So this is explaining everything that I do for realtors. I made me some notes, so I'm going to look down at them. And then I also may look out the window, making sure that nobody's coming in or anything. So anyway, so I do realtor baskets. I do pop-bys. I will explain that. I had no idea till Heather. Then I will do listing gifts, like clean kits. I'll explain that. Open house and info packets and bows. We will bring this all back together as one. Just follow me, okay? So, and that was my ADT, so I guess my kid's going outside. Okay, anyway. So, back to this. So, for realtors, I do closing baskets. On closing baskets, I basically do whatever they want. You know, they tell me, we go with the price thing, and I create them. So, my other dog's coming in, so if you're hearing, that's why. So with the realtor baskets, I'm always keeping stock on hand. Some people don't, and that's okay. That you don't have to do that in this business. I do because I do a lot of events and a lot of baskets, and everything. So I just always have it on hand. But I will say, like, if we have an amazing flash sale like we had in May, I snagged some stuff for a really good price, and that's what I charge my realtor. I didn't upcharge it. You can. I mean, you know. But I did not. So if I paid $24 for that warmer, that's what they got charged. Plus, I make the basket. I do not charge them for the physical basket. I get those at the Dollar Tree, $3 to $5. I don't charge them for the crinkle paper. The only thing I do charge them is, like, for the stuff that I put in them. So the warmer, the Scentsy items. The warmer, wax bars, room spray, counter clean, anything like that. If I know that I got that certain items and I didn't pay anything for it, I don't really charge them for it. But I do charge them for whatever price I paid on the warmer. If I got it for half off, then I do charge them the half off price. So, like, I restocked myself last night. So if it's a $50 warmer and I paid $25, the realtor's only going to pay $25 because that's what I paid. I will say if I do not pay and I use all my host credits and get it for free, I still charge them half price because so whatever it would be, half price. So even if it was a $50, I got it for nothing, then I still charge them $25 for the warmer. So at least I'm making profit on it, even though I didn't pay for it, but I'm still making something, you know. But I do try to like give them really good deals on like give them deals on baskets. I give them deals on warmers. So if I didn't pay for not warmers, if I didn't pay for those wax bars, I try to give those deals, give them free, or I'll just charge them, for the counter clean and the room spray. You got free wax bars because I know that in my mind, and I have it wrote down that I did not pay for those because I used host credits. That's just me. You don't have to do it this way. I just choose to because I live in a rural location. Times are hard. We all know that. Believe me, we do. So I try to be as generous and loving as I can on price points. Sometimes you'll have people that come in that don't care to spend all kinds of money, and that's fine. That's totally fine. Sometimes we're a little bit more limited. So I try to keep that into consideration when doing these. So that's how I do them. That's how I charge them. And then I have a basket from the Dollar Tree, crinkle paper, shredded paper, whatever you want to call it. That's how I do. That's, what I use in mine. And I mean, basically everything's from Dollar Tree. I do order my cellophane bags from Amazon. You can get them from Nashville Wraps. I will say I love Nashville Wraps, cellophanes, whatever you want to call, the giant clear bags. I do get those from Nashville Wraps, and I love them. They're great quality. Great. I do not get the kind you tear off and wrap it yourself. I don't have the patience nor the time. So I just get the pre-made bags. I don't get the ones from the Dollar Tree. I'm not going to say I'm too good for them because I'm not, because I love the Dollar Tree just like the next person, but I do not like their bags unless I'm in drastic measures. So most of the time I do order those from Amazon or Nashville Wraps. It depends on how pressed for time I am. Nashville Wraps does ship fast, but I still may be a little bit more pressed for time. But I do have good quality bags I get from Amazon, and I can post those in the comments. So that way you have that link. And then Nashville Wraps, you just go to their website, type it in, and it pops up. There you go. That's pretty easy. But yeah, it's called Nashville Wraps and like WRAPS.com. And they'll even send you a free catalog. I get bags and everything from them. But anyway, so I get all my baskets, crinkle paper and everything from the Dollar Tree. I have cellophane bags. I place them in there neatly. I usually give samples of like swipes. I always give them a, my head went blank, showcase brochure. I even have a Canva. I can show you the link of a cute little card that I have before the chat app thing. I actually had to come up with myself. So it's really cute card that's saying like, hey, thank you. I hope this creates a scent memory, yada, yada, yada. I mean, it's like postcard size. And then all that's on there from me with all my info. You flip it over. It gives you the realtor that did it. It gives you their logo for their realtor company. It gives you their name, their phone number, and everything, like a really nice picture of them, professional pictures. It gives all that info. That way, and it says something like, well, I know this could have been hard, but thank you for choosing us. Because a lot of times there'll be teams. So like I have one girl that her and another girl do it, and so I just post both their pictures on there so I don't have to take one off and put one on, and it just makes life easier for me. So, but I change it based on whatever realtor it is that I'm doing it for with their info to give them credit and everything. So that's something that I do. You don't have to do that, but I just think it's cute that it has like a little welcome home, has a cute little saying on it, and then the realtor's info on the back, and along with my info. I also give them a business card, and then I don't give the person they're buying the gift basket for a referral card, but I do give the realtor one. So that way they can keep up with it, and that is a different thing that I do. It was done by, I believe, Shauna Davis, so she gets all the credit for that. I know she has posted links, and it's on Canva for her, how she does her referral cards. I use the same one. So that's just something I do. I give that to the realtor. That way they can punch their cards. But I do give the business card in the closing basket. That way they always have it. Showcase brochure, like a swap sample. Basically, because you can't charge for samples and all that. But I just try to make it as homey is possible. I will say when I do my wax bars, I try to pull something from different scent categories. So whether it be wood, spice, floral, fresh, fruity, anything like that, citrus, I try to pull different ones and not be all from the same category because I don't know what their nose smells. I don't have their smeller. So, you know, though I may not like a certain scent, they may love it. Though a certain scent may bother me, it may not bother them. Or, you know, they may not want vanilla, but I may love it. So I try to pull from different scent categories just to give them more of a wide range because you don't know. You do not have their smeller. Everybody's smeller's different. So that's the way I always put it. So that's my take on the baskets. But now, and always ask them their price point. But now I will say that my realtors absolutely love that I only make them pay what I paid for that. And that's what gets them coming back. That's what gets you more realtor referrals. So keep that in your head, okay? They're wanting a deal just like you're wanting to sell it. So think of it that way. Do you want to sell it or do you want to keep it? So if you're willing to give them a deal, then they're willing to take it and they're willing to come back. I've had one realtor, I'm constantly making her gift baskets. And right now, as crazy as the world is, the real estate business is busy. Because if you was in Kentucky this winter, it sucked. Like our winter was horrible. Horrible. Worst one we've had in years for us. Because, you know, we're like, okay, it snows like, it starts like in January at the, you know, sometimes it starts earlier depending on the weather. But, you know, and it starts and then it like snows to like maybe the end of February. You know, it's not like a long time compared to other states, you know. But this year it was like, oh my God, are you ever going to quit snowing? And it's like January was like 3,000 days long. So as an example, it was slow, okay? And it was ugly outside. Once you have one snow, you're done, okay? That's just how we think here. But anyway, it was just a bad winter. So like now it's just like wham, 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 wham. It's super busy, super, super busy. But that's what I do for my baskets. And also I hand make all my bows. And I know that your face and your jaw is probably dropping. And yes, I'm very creative and I'm very, very crafty. But at the same time, please consider this. They made TikTok for a reason. And TikTok's where it's at on bow making. Super easy. Anybody can make these bows. Yes, the link will be posted. Yes, it's super easy. And yes, it's stress-free. Okay? So I make all my bows. Like, I don't buy bows. I buy the ribbon off Amazon. I try to buy neutral ribbon. And stuff like that. Also, Costco has good deals on it if you have a Costco membership. Side note. So, they have pretty ribbons too throughout the year. So, always keep that in the back of your mind. But no, I make all my bows myself. Super simple, super easy. Do not stress about it. It's not stressful. I know you're still like, there's no way. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. That will be posted too. I make all those myself, okay? And I really think that's the winner right there. They just want the bow. Besides the other good stuff in there. But they do love my bows. Okay. That's for the baskets. If I think of anything, I will come back. If not, drop a comment below, private message me, whatever. Whatever works for you, that's great. Second are pop-bys. Okay, pop-bys. I had no idea what no pop-by was. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, what is a pop-by? Reminds you of a popsicle. But anyway, that's what they're called. Now, I'm not going to say that they're called that everywhere, like Heather stated in her video. They may be called something else. But here in Kentucky and in Texas, they're called pop-bys, okay? And that's P-O-P, like pop, and then buys, and it's B-Y-S. It can be one word, a hyphenated word, but it's not like you buying something. It's the other way, because you're popping buy. That's the origination of it, okay? So for pop-bys, they always trying to save $1, and so always remember that. So it's scent circles, okay? When it's hot, do scent circles melt? No. Or anything like that. So it's always, okay, they're $3. They're cheap. They don't melt. You can leave them on their porch. You can leave them in their mailbox. Wherever, and it's going to be okay. So that is what I do, okay? I do not have one laying here. But I do have this other stuff that I can use. But anyway, so for my pop-bys, that's what it is. Okay, it's a scent circle. And I really don't want to turn my phone over, so I'm going to try to get this, okay? But I probably won't succeed. Because I don't want my phone to flip over on you. But, so that is what I use is scent circles. I'll be right back with you on this. Okay, so scent circle. Here's the scent circle. So I'd use these. What would be cute for these is I always use stuff from the Dollar Tree. Cheap, easy. Cheap, easy. That's what you gotta do. You gotta think cheap because they're gonna buy like 20 to 30 of these, okay? I just had a lady buy some for the 4th of July, okay? And she can do them. She's like, I just don't have time. So I'll pay somebody, you know. So she got, obviously not watermelon tangerine, but she got blueberry cheesecake, berry sweet, and vanilla bean buttercream. So that was all the different 3 packs that, well, 6. 3 of the, you know, the same. So that was all the different ones that she got, okay? So she got those because I'm thinking, okay, it's 4th of July, red, white, and blue, okay? So I did that. I take these. I do not alter them in any way, except I take the back of these, I put my business card right here, and I staple it. So when they pull these out, they're not going to lose my business card because it's stapled to it on the back, okay? Because I want them to have my info. I want them to order, but it's all about the realtor. She's just nice enough to come to me. So here, and then on the back, it will be stapled at the bottom, and then my business card will be on the back. That when they pull it out, they still have the business card. And they'll be like, oh, well, that's sweet. Excuse me. So that's what I do for the scent circles. Down inside that, if they want like, she did sparklers, but you can do like those poppets things. And I don't mean the rubber things. I mean like, if you're a 90s kid, you know what I'm talking about on 4th of July. You hide them on your mom's tires and then she backs over them. Boom. So those, you can use those on them and put down in there. And then I personally do not buy their tags. I create them on Canva. I find some or they'll send me an idea and I create it myself. I do have the Canva Pro, so that makes a difference. But I create all my tags and put them on their bags. As far as the bags I use from the Dollar Tree, it's the loop bags. Or if you find cuter ones or something else you want to use, or you find something different like if it was Eastern little carrot bags or whatever, at the Dollar Tree, that's perfectly fine. It's just for the 4th of July, I just use like the clear loop bags. And then I put red, white, and blue crinkle paper in the bottom of it, spruce it up, put the tag on there, and then I tie. You can get ribbon and tie on there, whatever you want. I personally ordered a huge pack of, and I will go ahead and note this, that no matter where you live, it's going to be like, they're going to say it different than how you are. But where I live, we call it tulle. I've heard it called 500 different things, but it is like the stuff that you back in the, you know, a few years back, it was really big to make tutus out of, okay? It's like that meshy stuff. But we call it tulle where I live. You may call it something different. Do not hold that against me. So anyway, I take tulle and I have like red, white, and blue. And then I will tie one this way and I will tie one this way. And one of those will have her tag on it. And it will be tied on there all super cute. And it's done. So it had like sparklers in it, crinkle paper in it, red, white, and blue, and my scent circle in it. And like it varied. That way, if she knew somebody had an allergy or maybe a scent might bother them, she could give them vanilla, you know, or blueberry cheesecake, you know. But I tried to get ones that wouldn't bother people and that was red, white, and blue themed. So each one got a scent circle. Each one got a box of sparklers. You can probably get those at the Dollar Tree. If not, I know you can get them at Walmart, which is where she got those. But side note, you cannot order fireworks on Amazon. Just go ahead and tell you that. So anyway, I guess it's explosive. So that is what I did. So I done that. The cute little tag. Some of them, if you do like the pop-it things, then you can do popping by. Hers was a little bit different. I don't have it off the top of my head, and I'm on my phone, so I cannot look. I'm sorry, but it will be posted in the comments below to give you an idea. But it was super cute with her picture on it. All of her info, like her email, her phone number, and what realty group she was with. Like, you know. So it had all that on there, all my info on there, and everything. So they're perfect. They're easy. They're cheap. Scent Circle, $3. Get stuff at the Dollar Tree to put in them, or Walmart, you know, because sometimes you can get, like, the more you buy, the cheaper it is. Kind of a bulk ordeal. So that's what I do for the pop-bys. Another pop-by idea, like if you want more of a summer theme, they have watermelon cups at the Dollar Tree, $1.25. Scent Circle, $3. Put your business card on the back. And I will say, though, in these, you have to fold up the bottom. Or you could even cut you could do the Megan Merlin trick and cut this off right here. The back. And then that way you won't have to really fool with it. But then you can have your business card on there, so I try not to do that. But I did kind of have to squish it down in there or cut some, I think, off the bottom. And then put my business card up higher after, because I checked to see the sizing. And then I just kind of, you can always tape those up a little. But they have these cute watermelon cups. They're like kid ones. They're really cute. They kind of, they have like a shoulder strap on them, but they're watermelon themed, and they have lemon ones too. So for those, you can always put like watermelon tangerine down inside of it, a cute little crinkle paper, your business card, and then tie their tag on there with like cute little watermelon colors. So like green and red and black, or you could put some pink in there. And same with the lemon, and you squeeze the day. So, and then the squeeze the day ones, I used, some of them I use an example. That way I can drop them off to the person and they can leave them at the office. So another one what I did was, it's so refreshing to have you as a client, and it was like lemonade theme. And it was actually not a real estate agent. It was a loan officer, which has helped me so much get this up and going. And she's got me so many customers doing this. So I made her one, and it was like lemon themed, and it was super cute. And I just put the tulle on the top, crisscross tying it. And then I also, as a little extra, you can get this on Amazon, is a, like the pom-pom ribbon, where it's got the little pom-pom tassels hanging. And you can do that as something like just a little extra pizzazz. So that is something that I do. But always remember, cheap and easy. Cheap and easy. Get the tulle in bulk. Get the pom-pom ribbon in bulk. Anything like that. And you can use regular ribbon. You can use the Rick Rack, which is like the little, if you don't know what Rick Rack is, it's like the little swirly ribbon. You can get it at Hobby Lobby. It comes in all kinds of different, but it looks like a wave or a zigzag. That's why it's called Rick Rack. You can do that. Anything. Find it on a deal. Find it on a special. Whatever. Cheap and easy. Cheap and easy. Easy ideas that make it cute, and the realtor's thankful that you did it and save them time and money and everything. And the client that they have love it too, because you put that extra effort in. I will say what I charge Scent Circle, and for the item that I purchased from, like, if it was the watermelon cup, $1.25. I don't charge them for the extras, for the tulle, the Rick Rack, the pom-pom ribbon. I just don't. I take it off my taxes. I don't charge them for crinkle paper, because you're not going to use that much and you're going to continuously use it. But I do charge for the main things, which is this and the item that I'm using. So like the watermelon cup, the lemon cup, you know, whatever that may be, I do charge for those two things. So there you go. And of course the cup is $1.25 and this is $3. So this exceeds more than the cup. That's why I try to do it that way too. So that's what I do for pop-bys. I will say this training is probably going to be a little bit longer, and I'm so sorry, but I'm trying to do it as fast as I can. It's with as much info as I can. So just sit tight. Sorry. So that's basically what I do for pop-bys. I will put my boards page link on here so you can kind of get an idea and you can look at it. I totally got ideas from Heather on that and made my own that I can send to realtors and show them explanations of what things are. Makes their life and my life easier, you know. And plus I can share it on Facebook, and other people or realtors can say, sure, let me send you her thing, and then you can contact her, you know. So that's where it's at, you know. So next is clean kits, is what I call them, but they're actually listing gifts. So the clean buckets, that's what I'm talking about. It's clean buckets. Okay, so that is a huge thing. It's clean buckets. I know we all offer them. Bundle deals and all that. So that's where it's at. It's clean buckets. So you just make a clean bucket, a cute little bucket. Go to the Dollar Tree and put the, like cleaning stuff in there, whether it's gloves, cloths, scrub brushes, whatever. Put it in there, and that is a listing gift because the realtor is going to pay you for the stuff, which basically what I would charge, because you can buy so much in bulk at the Dollar Tree, is just the bucket and the cleaning stuff, or the cute little basket that you put it in, whatever. Is that and the cleaning items, the cleaning bundle. And then you're going to give that to the realtor, and they're going to be like, oh, thanks for listing this with me. Here's your gift. I haven't really done those yet. I do have them because they're pictures. I showed them on there and explained to realtors on my actual boards page for that, just so they would know. I haven't really been asked about that, but that is an idea. And even Heather had it on hers. It's something easy and simple. Also, to go touch base back on the pop-bys, sorry, it just hit me. Heather said that she's actually went in before and taught classes on how to make your own pop-bys and explained it to them, brought all the stuff in. They have actually had mortgage groups sponsor them, and they paid for the stuff that she brought in to show them how to make them. And she said that's also a big hit too, that she's done and actually went in, because a lot of times when they have those free continued education classes, they have mortgage companies that sponsor, or other sponsors that come in, and they will pay for the supplies that you need, and you go in and teach the class. That's a side note on the pop-by. Okay, back to the clean kits, listing gifts. So I have not personally had those, but I do show them on there in case there was interest sparked or whatever you want to call them. So I do have those on there, and that's basically a cleaning bucket. That's it. This next thing is, because I don't have much on that, open house. So a lot of times, now please make sure that it's approved by the homeowner. We have people that do have allergies, so make sure it's pre-approved by the realtor. Do just not just show up. I will tell you there is one time you do need to just show up though. Okay, so this is with the Scentsy Air Quad. Okay, it's pods. There's no accidents. That's where it's going. Yes, are they expensive? Yeah, I mean, they're not like super cheap, but you get your own. So the one that I towed around is what I paid like $60 for, okay? Because I used my half offs and got it. Or you could use your host rewards if you have a ton and you don't pay anything for it. But this one is my personal one that I use for open houses. So you get it pre-approved by homeowners and realtors, and you go in and find a good scent that you do not think would bother anybody. In pods, maybe a fresh scent or a vanilla. Luna's a big thing here. Anything like that. Just not super, super overpowering. You go in, you set it up, you set your Scentsy quad out, have it all plugged up and going. You can do all the things, change the colors, it does not matter. That's left up to you. So you go in, you set it up, make sure that you have all your information out. So that way, if other realtors come by, or other maybe potential customers or potential realtor customers come by, you can have it all out and explain it. I have made because I have one set up in my dental office that I go to. They're more like family. So I have one there. They absolutely love it. Why? Because it's on a timer. So when they go in the morning, they hit 8 hours and bam, they don't even have to worry about it. And it sends up the thing. It's not overpowering because you can change how much you want for it to come out. They absolutely love it. But I have a printout that I made on Canva that gives them the information about the Scentsy Quad. Make sure you have that on display. And then they have one where they can scan a QR code and go straight there to my website and get more information about the Scentsy Air Quad. So make sure you have those types of things there on display that's easy access. That way, if you are talking to one customer and somebody else walks by and really kind of wants to talk to you, but you're trying to talk to them and they're going to come back later, they can go, bam, scan it. And then they can remember who was there and or take a picture of all the info of how it works, or pick up your business card or whatever, but have that there. Second, well, not really second, but another perk is that when you do this, when you're done, you're done. When that open house from 2 to 4 or 1 to 3 or 4 to 6 or whatever, or 3 to 5, it doesn't matter. When you're done, you're done. So what do? You unplug the Scentsy Air Quad, you put up your pods, you pack everything up back in their boxes, and you're ready to go. You don't have to get the wax out. You don't have to wait for it to cool down. You don't have to clean any of that mess up. And plus, if you have a lot of people coming in and out, you don't have to worry about creating a mess. I'm not saying that you will, but I ain't saying you won't. So it's easy. There's no accidents. It's easy. It's easy in. It's easy out. There's no cool down. There's no cleanup. You just pack that stuff up and you're on your way. And then that way you're not sitting there holding up the realtor that's showing the house more time because you gotta, well, I can't do it because I gotta pack it up, or or you gotta clean up all that mess. And what if it's a new home and there's not like really a trash can thing in there? So just put that into consideration. That's where I think that the Scentsy Air Quad is gold. This is the gold and maker of it right here. So that's how you do with the open house in the Scentsy Air Quad. That is my take on it. But make sure that you're using one that you didn't pay for, or that you got really cheap. You can also, if maybe for some reason you can't be there and you really trust this realtor and y'all like BFFs, you could send it with her. She could have it all set up, explain to her, or set it up and say, hey, I got something else going on. I'm totally leaving this here. I will be back to get it. Because maybe your kid has a birthday party thing going on at the same time or whatever, and the other parent can't help, or you're a single parent, or whatever the reason may be. You can go take it, but hey, you didn't pay full price for it. You trust them. I'm setting all this up. Please pass out information. I will be back to get it, after this is over. Or I will drive by your house and pick it up. That way it's super easy and she don't have to worry about it. No light bulbs, no nothing. So anyway, that's what I do for the open houses. And a lot of times they will have one where they just do like a realtor, where they just have realtors come by and do it. Like there's not really actually clients, or they have brokers come by and look at new homes. So that's another thing too. I have one of those coming up. You've got to work at this. You have to get your name out there. And the more organized and the more links and information that you can send them that's at their fingertips, and they just scroll. That's what they're wanting. They're wanting easy access, easy contact, easy anything. That's why I'm saying Scentsy Air Quad is where it's at. If you can get one, or you can use one that you already have, that's where it's at. That's your gold for this. That's your gold. Next thing up is info packets. Okay, so I made info packets for my realtors, okay? These go to open houses, so she can give these, or he can give these to other realtors and potential customers, clients. Okay, so these are my packets. I have them made up already, but this is just some things. I ran with this from Heather. So she's the brain behind this from what I've seen, unless she got it from somebody else. And I ran with this, okay? So I have brochures. I print them off. I have an Epson Eco Tank, side note. Now, you can print them off on regular paper, but there actually is brochure paper. I'm waiting to see how this goes before I actually take the expense of buying brochure paper and doing them that way. So this right now is just regular paper. There you go. So anyway, this is her brochure, and I can actually give you all the links to it. That's what I did, because she posted them all on like a boards thing. So, and I just put all my info in and done that. But it's on Canva. So basically, this is just about gifts, okay? This is my picture. I think she has her own on there or something else. And if you really want to know, it is my picture because it's behind me. Not the actual warmer, but all the stuff and where I took it at is actually behind me. So if you ever see pictures floating around that look like this with that, that's actually my picture. But anyway, so there's that. Make sure you have the logo on there. It's already on there. This just explains to you, I try to put as much as my pictures on here to be original as I can. I don't care if you mock them up. Mock them. I don't care. It works. It's all that matters. Okay, this just says personalized pop-bys. I put these on here. These little shovels, summer shovels. Do not say that fast. Came from the Dollar Tree, $1.25. These was those poppets. They came from the Dollar Tree, $1.25. I just added the extras. These are actually partnering clients. I need to update this because I have more now. And then I always put down that could be you. And this has all my potential things. Some of this stuff I did add in there that I just gave extra because it's me and that's just me. You do you, okay? So this is like partnering clients, which I need to add a few more. And then this just gives like usability. This gives save time, create with love or create it with love. And then it has my website. It gives you just some info. I'm just doing this fast. You can actually see the full-blown thing later. Okay, and then this one is just baskets that I've done. I actually did this one. This one was during COVID, so this is not my bow. This is the Nashville Wraps bow, okay? This was before I found that amazing thing on TikTok. Okay, but this one is mine that I actually made inside my house. Taken inside my house. That's my bow. This one is actually my bow. And this one is my bow. I have some more, and I try to update these as much as possible because it's like, okay, you don't want to see the same thing constantly. Give them some oomph, you know, that's my thing. So this is like looking for clients, gives you some info. This is on the other side. Okay. This one actually is, you know, like cleaning buckets, but it's going to be a listing gift, okay? So there's that. This is my info. Try to keep this updated, based on maybe on seasons, whatever. Okay, so I'm cutting half my face off, but just work with me. This is like all this. Okay, so this is my name. This is call or text, my actual cell phone number that I've had for like 20-something years. And then there's my business text because I have Project Broadcast. And then more info, scan QR code with phone, got that. This is actually me. This is me, okay? This is what I'm talking about. Mock these pictures. Okay, this is me standing at my front door in May, okay? Holding a pop-by. Like, okay, well, here's your pop-by. But it makes it cute, and it makes it warm, and it makes it fuzzy, and it makes it feel homey, and that's what they're looking for. So that's a picture of me, and then that's actually me in my dining room, which is where I'm at right now. So anyway, and then Heather has her own quote on here, so I changed it because I'm trying to be more original and me, and they're going to notice that. So I love making homes smell amazing and creating a scent memory because when you, excuse me, when you have one scent and that's the first scent that you've had, that's going to remember, oh my God, that's the scent we had when we bought our house. That's your scent memory. So that's basically all that's on that. There's that. Let me get a drink. And we all know we got to have a Lonnie. Sorry. So I put that. Basically this, it just slides. Oh, it's backwards. My bad. Basically it slides. See? That's that. Okay, for the rest of this. Okay, this is something that Heather did. But she had it wrote on a board, I guess for open houses and stuff. But so I just made mine and stapled them to a showcase brochure. And basically it says, Realtors, let's stay in touch. Text the word real estate to 606-717, blah, blah, blah. That is my Project Broadcast number because that way I can be like, okay, well, they're already programmed in there and they're tagged as a realtor. So that way I can give them good ideas. Or, hey, you know, you're on this. Let me show you something I've come up with like a pop-by. Or here's my latest closing basket idea. Okay, so there you go. There's that. And it just gives you all that info. And it just says, I will share any sales, pop-by ideas, and openings I have that month to help you with your open houses, closing baskets, or classes for pop-bys, like I had mentioned earlier. There's that. Okay, it's just a showcase brochure. We've all seen them. Okay. Then this just gives a little info about me. It just says, hello, keep this updated. This was, it's printed this way because it's made different. I don't know. It's on Canva. But anyway, so it's just like a pre-made thing. But anyway, it says, hello, I'm Amber, a local Scentsy consultant who specializes in helping realtors like you add something special in every transaction. Let's turn every house into a home, one scent at a time. I know your time is valuable, and to help make your life a little easier, I am here to offer closing baskets, listing gifts, open house, and pop-bys. Let me help you stand out and make every client feel at home. Feel free to reach out, and if you'd like a sample or want to chat about ideas. There's that and my QR code and all my info. Okay? You know how I come up with that? That little chat app. And I always get it backwards, so I'm not even going to say it because y'all laugh at me. But anyway, that little chat app. That's what I do. But these are my info packets. So these you would take if you did an open house. You would take these, set them out. Hey, would you like one? You can also put your business card on here or have business cards sitting there. I mean, I suggest that. But, you know, if you're in a pinch and you don't have any or you ran out, there you go. But definitely have these. So I have a bunch of these made up, but I need to update them, obviously. So, because of the brochure thing. But anyway, so that's what I do. Also, if I always send these to realtors that I'm with, I send them in the mail if we're not like going to be seeing each other anytime soon, or they're like farther away, because I do have friends that I went to hair school with, take that back a step, that do not live close to me, but she does buy Scentsy from me and get stuff, so I can mail these her, and she can have them passed out, so it helps me get customers, yada, yada, yada. So that's an option too. And then too, if they won't let you set up an open house, and you have to respect that because each, you know, everybody's different. Each home is different. So always respect that. Then they can at least pass these out to other realtors to help you out. So I always have those ready and mail out. And I actually have to mail some out too tomorrow. So I do have to do that. So that is another thing. That's just my info packets. Also, please ignore the scratches on this because my cat scratched it. But anyway, so I have these already on hand. Dollar Tree, you can get these. It's back to school time. Keyword, back to school. They're going to have deals. So here is my folder. Ignore this. I made this little label. It's all on one big label sheet, 8.5 by 11, but I just cut them out. And that way I can print more at a time. So, and I don't have 50 million labels. So, realtors, this is what it says. So, realtors, by partnering with me, you will add the finishing touch to every sold home. Please check out all I have to offer, and I look forward to talking with you. Let's turn every house into a home, one cent at a time. Like, that's my pretty much phrase, logo, for realtors. Like, that's my, signature logo when I give something to a realtor. Now, I will say, if you are handing them the packets, I always have them in this with this label on. And I even mail them like this, so that way, but you can see, it's stockpile full, like both sides. I will not, when I mail these to realtors, I have 10. That's what I have, is 10. I have 10 of those on the side. If it don't close good, you can do 5 on one side, 5 on the other. But I always send them 10. If they ask for more, they will get more. But that gets them started, and we'll see how it goes. That way, I'm not wasting my time, and I'm not wasting their time. So I just start with 10. If they need more, I will totally get them more. No issue at all. So that is what I do with my info packets. As far as my bows, that I know you are asking about. So as far as my bows, yes, I did find the video on TikTok. I was just amazed. The link will be posted below. All of my links for boards will be posted below to give you ideas. The bow links will be posted. Any of my baskets, anything like that. Most of them is on my boards page. And then I will try to make sure that I post Heather's stuff that I pulled from hers to give me ideas and then make it my own. And that's what you want to do. As far as the bows, yes, I did get them. It's a TikTok bow. Super easy. It will not stress you out. I will say, make sure that you get wired ribbon and the Dollar Tree. This is one time I'm going to say, do not use the ribbon. Don't. Make you go crazy. Your anxiety will be through the roof. So anyway, but yes, get wired ribbon. I usually get 2.5 is what width I get. Get it on Amazon. Buy it in bulk. Buy it on deals on Amazon. Like right now I'm staring at my 4th of July door hanger, okay? And it's 4th of July themed, obviously. and it's wired ribbon from Amazon. And I got like a big multi-pack of it. Check Costco. They have amazing ribbons, and they're wired same width. But I will say, usually I get 2.5. You could even do like 2.5 all together and do different sizes and then fluff it up. But that's how I make mine. It's easy. I promise. You'll need wired ribbon. You'll need pipe cleaners. When we was little and in kindergarten, you call them caterpillars. You just do those. It don't matter. You can get those at Dollar Tree too. But don't do the Dollar Tree ribbon. Just save yourself. But anyway, so I just get mine from Amazon. I just try to get like a neutral, pretty, that'll go with any home kind of ordeal. If it's man gifts, or it's for man, then make sure that it's more manly. Don't, just be more manly for them. So usually for those, like if I have to make one, I try to like make it like a blue or red or like a black and like a buffalo plaid, something like that. That's what I usually do. It's just something like that way to kind of go with anything. Or another one that I get a lot of compliments on is just striped ribbon. Like it's neutral with like gray stripes or black stripes. They all love that one. It's just, I use it for both. Like they totally love it. So I will say that on the ribbon. But that's basically all I do. But I will, my husband's texting me, but anyway. So, but that's basically all I do. So all these ideas, come up with something. If you think of something that I didn't cover or need to ask me, ask me. Private message me, whatever. It does not matter. If you come up with something cool about it that you think I should hear or some cool idea, let me know. I'm always trying to think of ways to make it better. So, but don't just limit yourself to realtors. Make sure that you get out there to loan officers, brokerages, anything like that. Don't limit yourself just to them. Because, just like I said in another training that I did, I had a mortgage loan officer want me to make a closing gift for her, and it was one of those coolers, like the igloo coolers I did and filled with Scentsy. So don't limit yourself just to them, just to realtors. Do a variety to everybody, because just yesterday I tagged a loan officer, the same one that got the cooler, in something. And what did I do? Get somebody like, oh my gosh, you do pop-bys? What? And they messaged me just for pop-bys. Not even asking me for closing baskets. They just want somebody to make their pop-bys because they don't have time. Literally. They don't have time. So, they're like, oh, you do the tags and everything? I'm like, I don't buy them. I make them myself on Canva. And they're like, oh my gosh. And they're already planning for fall. It's July 1st right now. But though when you see this, it's July 5th. But anyway, so they're planning for fall. They're asking me what scents we can use for the fall. Though at the end of this month, we will all find out when we go to the Scentsy family reunion. See you in Minneapolis. But anyway, so that's what I'm saying. Don't limit yourself. If you post something on Facebook that you are proud of, which you should be no matter what, I'm just going to be raw here for a second. If you do that and you done something or you mocked something up and you put another real estate agent's name on there because they're like, yeah, sure, use it. I don't care. That way it gets you some business. Tag them in it. You do an @ and tag. You tag them at the top of your post. That's what grows your business right there. Because, oh, she uses her. Well, maybe I should too. Maybe I should message her. Yeah, that's what makes your business. Get out there. That real estate right now with realtors is how I'm surviving the summer. I'm just going to be blunt, okay? That's how I'm surviving, okay? Come back for another training to fill out how I'm surviving the rest of it besides the one of coolers that I already did. Okay, this is how I'm surviving. This is how I'm surviving. Vanessa wanted me to let you know how I'm surviving. This is it. Pull from these ideas. Make them your own, okay? Make them your own. You don't have to like copy word for word because, A, people's going to know you don't talk like that. Like, okay, if you come here, you're going to say Louisville. Okay, I live here, so I'm going to say Louisville, okay? I'm a Wildcats fan. We don't have NBA here, okay? Side note, I'm a Wildcats fan. I'm not a Cards fan. Sorry if you are. I'm so sorry. Don't take offense. But it's just the region that we're mapped in, okay? But make it your own. Make it your own wording. If you say y'all a lot, like I do, then keep it in there. If you don't, they're going to know. They're going to know if you say y'all or you guys, okay? That's just how it is, okay? Each to their own. But make it your own. Run with this. If you have questions, let me know. Be happy to help. That's what I'm here for. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you grow as a business. I hope. Woo, about lost my voice. Honey, y'all, I'm just going to be a little side note right here. I've had my voice back for maybe a week. Lost it for 2 weeks. Anyway, hay season. But run with it. If you come up with something extra, let me know. But make them and take them as your own. Having questions, you let me know. That's what I'm here for. I hope you take some.